We have to wait for patch notes, man. Like, none of this stuff really matters until we get patch notes.
All right, I'll give you my overall thoughts on the 0.2 update, at least what we know about it thus far, in 1 second. I just want to go over the new stuff that's being added. 100 new unique items, 100 new support gems, the Huntress class with 2 ascendancies for the class, spears, which come with about 25 active skills, 3 new ascendancy classes on top of that. 1 is for the warrior, 1 is for the mercenary, 1 is for the witch. A tower and tablet overhaul. This is for the in-game mechanics. You're essentially doing 1/3 less work for probably more rewards than we get right now. So you're doing way less work and getting the same, if not more, benefit from it. 8 new unique maps, and some of them look pretty dang interesting, not gonna lie. We'll see how often you actually encounter them in 1 second. Rune changes, the things that you socket into your gear. We're getting tiers to the existing modifiers, so like less fire damage at the start, and then goes to more fire damage later on. And then we have entirely new modifiers, a lot of which come from the new unique maps and in-game mechanics that I talked about just a second ago. And then finally, crafting changes. We're adding in fracturing orbs and the recombination mechanic. So there you go. That's a quick synopsis of everything new that's being added. Now, here are my thoughts on the patch as a whole.
Here are my thoughts, my overall thoughts on Path of Exile 2 0.2 upcoming patch April 4th. It met my expectations. However, my expectations were very low. And the reason I say that is not to be a doomer. It's just pragmatic. I've been playing this game for over 12 years. I know how GGG operates. Let's be real. It's been 4 months by the time this update drops. The PoE2 early access started December 6th. This patch drops April 4th. 4 months. We're calling it 4 months. It's not 3 months like they said in the start of the stream. It's 4 months. That is indicative of some stuff going on, let's call it. So while we have some juicy changes, I'm not disappointed because it met my expectations. Like I said, we have some juicy changes to hopefully increase the amount of time we want to spend with the game. It's just more interesting, more things to do. However, I think a lot of the stuff wasn't the correct additions to really keep people playing, which really sucks. The best thing is the 100 new support gems, straight up. That's the best part, because that's your actual build, right? Is choosing your active skills, but then what do you support them with? How do you get the cool interactions from things? Those are usually from support gems. So that coupled with the, couple new ascendancies here. We got the warrior, smith of Katava. We got the lich for the witch, or is it the sorceress? I think it's the witch, right? Got the lich. Lich. I'm a witch lich build. And then we have the mercenary. Hey, do this. I'm a commander. The unique items probably will be pretty good. Most of the time when they add uniques, they turn into dumpster trash very quickly. People just use them and then they realize they're not powerful enough. But all of those tie into the longevity of how long people are going to be playing. Ultimately, I think the end game, it really just boils down to overall tedium. Because once you finish the Atlas passive tree, it's kind of hard to just force yourself to keep doing the same exact random layouts. Because in PoE1, you have direct control over the map layouts that you're running once you get to a certain point. It seems like we still have no control over that in PoE2, and that's a huge portion of replayability. Now, some people don't care, right? Some people do mapping in PoE1 where they just run whatever. I would say that's a small portion of the people that actually are sticking around. A small portion of people do that, but they do exist. Most people, they use the favorite system and they just run maps that they like running. You still don't really have that control in PoE2, so it's going to get kind of frustrating when you get the maps that you really don't want to play. That is exacerbated when you get to the tower mechanic and you get to the new unique maps. Like, how common are these unique maps going to be? They talked about eight of them, I'm pretty sure. 8 new unique maps. Some of them look really cool, but how often are you going to see them? Like, you can't really factor that into the longevity of how long you're going to actually stick with the end game and get fresh new experiences from it, because they're just not going to happen that often. Maybe some of the new tablets, actually, maybe some of the new tablets say adds like, X amount of unique maps in radius. That would be really sweet. Also, the tower changes do look very solid overall. At first, I thought it was you had to run like the tower 3 separate times with increasingly difficult maps to unlock the full potential, but no, you just slap one map in. If it has maximum modifiers on it, then you unlock the maximum tower benefits, I suppose. Other than that, I mean, we'll have to see the patch notes. All of this is contingent on the patch notes, because that is what is truly going to take things past, like, my expectations were, here's the whole scale, I guess. My expectations were probably like on the lower end, just under half. If the patch notes are cooking in terms of balance changes to existing skills, support gems, passive tree changes, ascendancy tree changes, that's what's really going to push it up into the, okay, let's go. They cooked, you know, as silly as it may be. Like, there's potential that this patch, they did cook. We'll have to see with the patch notes. A lot of this is just contention on patch notes straight up. So yeah, I will be playing patch 0.2 for Path of Exile 2. I am pretty excited to see the patch notes, and then I will tell you my final thoughts on it, I guess. But I'll be playing it nonetheless. Thank you for watching the video. Appreciate it. Check out my stream at twitch.tv/WoolieGaming, and I'll see you in the next video.